Hi, guys. It's Josh Whitehead with the Baltimore Area Council. I'm here representing Forest District, but this is the Tiger Adventure, Curiosity, Intrigue, and Magical Mysteries. Ooh. This is one of my favorites, and I'm very excited to get to do it with you guys. There are a bunch of really cool requirements for this one, so listen up. I'm going to go through the requirements first, and then we're going to go through and do a bunch of magic and see some curiosity and intrigue. Bunch of really cool stuff in this one. So first off, the requirements are that you learn a magic trick, and you practice it a whole bunch. So that's the first one. You're gonna learn a magic trick, practice it a whole bunch. Make an invitation to your show. So have an invitation. We're gonna put up a thing here that's our invitation to your show. Then you're going to put on a magic show for your friends and family. In this case, for your den, maybe. Maybe we do a magic show amongst your den via a Zoom call or a Hangouts call. And then we're also going to teach you guys about sign language and Braille and have you guys learn a little bit about those. And then the last one is we're going to crack a code. We're going to show you guys a code and see if you can crack it. So that being said, the first requirement, we're going to go a little bit out of order here. I want you guys to create an invitation to your magic show. In this book that you should have gotten called Cub Scout Magic in your box, this book should have been there. And in this book, there are a bunch of really cool magic tricks filled to the brim with magic tricks. The one that I'm going to teach you guys isn't actually in this book. It's a magic trick that I learned a long time ago. It's really easy, it's really simple, and you can stump your friends really, really easily. It's something that I like to call math magic. Math. Magic with math. So I'm going to explain it to you guys, and then we're going to try it on some of the people here that work in the Council Service Center, some of the other professional scout people here. So I want to first teach you guys the magic trick. So why don't we, everybody at home, I want you to take out a calculator, or if you can keep track on your own, that's great. Otherwise, get a calculator. Now, I want you to think of any number between 1 and 10. Okay, do you have it? Okay, now I want you to add 4. Take your time, go ahead and do it. Okay, now I want you to add 3. Okay, everybody got it? Okay, next you are going to subtract 2. And then you are going to subtract 1. And you are going to add 3. Subtract 4. Okay, now I want you to subtract the number, your original number, from the number that you have right now. So basically, it's just adding things and subtracting things. No matter what the outcome, the number will always be the same, because for you, the person keeping track, the number will be the same because you're subtracting the original amount from it and not asking for their final number, right? We're not trying to give them what their original number was. Like, I don't know, you could have chosen 2, right? But no matter what, to start out with, I chose 1. So if I chose 1 and added and subtracted all of those numbers correctly, and then at the end subtract 1, so you can, no matter what, if you're keeping track of a number in your head, whatever you're asking them to add, just do it along with them. Whenever you ask them to subtract something, you do it along with them, and you'll always come out as correct. Everyone will always come out as correct, and you can do this for a wide number of people. So I did this with people here at the council office, and had them do it on a much larger scale. I gave them numbers between 1 and 1,000. So it works the same way, regardless of how many it is. You have them do it, and as long as they have a calculator, in this case, because it was 1 to 1,000, and I was having them add hundreds at a time, I had them have a calculator. So you can do the same, and here is that video.
Nope. Okay, gentlemen, here's what we're going to do. You're all going to think of a number between 1 and 1,000, any number between 1 and 1,000, and you're going to put it in your calculator. So go ahead and get that number, any number between 1 and 1,000. Everybody got it?
Yep.
All right. So I want you to add, let's say, add 300.
Okay.
Okay? Why don't you add another 252? Okay? Why don't you subtract 135? Add, let's say, 791. All right. And then let's say subtract 308. All right, now I want you to subtract your original number from the number that you have right now. All right, everybody got that? Should be 900 even.
Hey.
Hey, math magic!
Hey.
Math magic, everyone! 900. Wowzers.
Wow.
Math magic, right? So that's my magic trick. I encourage all of you to look through this book, find a magic trick that works for you, or a couple of magic tricks that works for you, and put on a magic show with your den, with your family. Having a magic show is your opportunity to take the stage, dress up, make it a huge thing, make it your magic show, but you have to invite people first. So creating an invitation to your magic show has to be mysterious. You want to make a little bit of intrigue in that invitation. So maybe put, the great, whatever your name is, the great Josh. Don't put the great Josh because I'm Josh. But if your name is Josh, by all means, this is your chance to invite people to your magic show. So the invitation is on you. But make it big, and we want to see them also. We want to see what your invitations look like. Next, you're going to perform that magic show with your den, with your family, and take a couple out of this book. If you know magic tricks, or if you have a magic set, that's great. Use those magic tricks. But there are a bunch of really good ideas in here. A lot of them involve rope. A lot of them involve sticks, tricking people's minds with sticks and rope and things like that. So a lot of really cool things. Magic tricks are cool, especially when they involve math. The next requirement that we're going to talk about is sign language and Braille. For those of you that don't know what American Sign Language is, here is an image of the sign language alphabet. Now, I encourage you to go back and pause because I would like everybody to take a second and learn with those images how to spell your name using the sign language sheet that was just up on the screen. So go back, pause if you need to, try to learn how to spell your own name. Once you've done that, we are going to talk a little bit about Braille. Braille, I want you to do the same thing. Here is an image up on the screen. And you're going to learn how to spell your name in Braille. So, and again, you can go back and pause. So basically, American Sign Language is traditionally used by people who are deaf, meaning that they can't hear. And Braille is traditionally used by people who are blind, meaning that they can't see. So in a lot of cases, if you go out in public, you will see Braille on bathroom signs or certain other signs going around. And if you were ever at hotels, there are Braille signs everywhere. In parks, usually there are Braille signs. It's an option so that everybody has the same ability to go around and do their everyday lives. We're lucky that we can see signs that say restrooms here, but for some people that's not the case. So having Braille that they in the image, it just shows them as dots, but with real Braille, it's signs that like you have to rub across and you feel the dots on these signs. So you feel them raised up as different letters. So Braille is really cool. Same with American Sign Language. It's both of these are things that we should try to learn a little bit. It's sort of like learning another language. Even if you're not fluent, even if you don't know the alphabet off the top of your head, if you know a couple of letters or you know a couple of words or phrases, it can really be beneficial later on in life because you never know who you're going to come across or the people that you'll need to communicate with. So learning a little bit of American Sign Language and a little bit of Braille can really, really go a long way. And it's not magic. It's with the ways that people communicate in our world. And so it's important that you know enough. So I encourage you to go back, study those, learn how to say your names. If you want to keep learning more, try a couple of phrases like, hello, my name is blank. How are you today? Or how can I help is a big one. We as scouts are always looking to help. So those are a couple examples of things that you can learn. I strongly recommend that you look back. Pause again if you need to pause, feel free. The last thing that we are going to do is crack a code. So here up on the screen is the code, the key to the code. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. Again, if you need to pause, you can. This is the key to the code, and I'm going to give you guys a code that you guys are going to have to break using that key. So take a quick second, look at the key. And now that you've looked at the key, you've had a chance to look over it, I have got a code that you guys are going to break. So I'd like you to take a second and try to figure out this code using the code breaker that I just gave you. You'll notice that the letters correspond to their position in that key. So, for example, this first letter is an S because it's just a straight up V. So it's an S. This next letter should be an H. This next letter should be an O. This next letter should be a W. So take a second using that system to figure out what it is that this code says. And once you've done that, try using this code for other things. Use this code around your house. Use this code with your den. It's a fun one, and once you've learned it, it can be really useful, and you can use it anytime because you understand it now. Again, like learning another language. So we want to see your videos. We want to see you guys trying these at home. We want to see you guys participating in our activities at home. And send us your videos. We'd love to see them. And we hope that you guys enjoyed this. So hope to see you guys in the next video. And thanks so much.